Hello, this is part 2 of sort of behavior management strategies for deaf children, either working and living with deaf children, especially for families. Okay, so in part 1 I was sort of talking about the importance of language and the importance of communication. Okay, and because a lot of your frustrations come from not being understood, and that's with all children, but especially deaf children, because their brain is still functioning even if they can't express themselves. Okay, so you have a communication system. You've sorted that out, okay? You understand them, they understand you. Okay, but you're still getting the behavior. What do you do? Okay, what sort of strategies can you use in place? Now, first things first is what you focus on becomes the reality. So what is it that you are focusing on? And if you focus on the negative, then you will see the negative. If you focus on the positive, then you will see the positive. Now that sounds really simple, but it's not as easy as it sounds. What I'm saying is, yes, they might have done this, you might have absolute disaster, but what is the one thing? Choose one thing to focus on that is positive. Oh my gosh, you are looking at me. Well done. And yeah, they might be screaming at you and they might be really rude, but you're looking. High five. Good looking. Good looking at mummy. And they'll go, oh, hang on, looking is good. And then they forget about this. Oh, I want mummy to love me. Oh, I'm looking. Yes, I'm doing good looking. And so just try and focus on one thing, okay? And try, if you can, to reward it. Now, when I say reward it, I'm not saying give them chocolate. I'm not saying give them things. I'm rewarding it by going, high five. They're getting that positive. Or give them a hug. Good looking. Good looking. Oh, hug mummy for good looking. And what you're focusing on is the looking, then you're getting the looking. And then, oh my gosh, you're listening to me. Oh, you're sitting down. Oh, you're sitting down. That kind of thing. And over accentuate your facial expressions is really important. Because they're deaf, what we do with hearing children is we use our voice like this, right? But they can't access the voice. You can. I mean, they can if they've got hearing aids, but they may not be able to hear you that well. So you need to over accentuate your facial expressions. I've been told that I can scream at a child with my face, apparently, because I don't have to say anything and they go, ooh, and sit down. It's quite good if you're outside and you can just give that look. No. And you just, and they go, okay, I've overstepped the line. I've got the look. But what is important that you don't have that look all the time. Because if they just see bad, 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 what you're focusing on is they just think that they're bad. That's it. That's all there is. That's their focus. So if they're bad, I'm always bad. That's who I am. But if they see good, 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 they think, oh, good, I'm good, I'm good. So when they do see something bad, they, oh, I don't want that. I don't want the bad. I want the good. I want the good face. I want the smiles. I want the thumbs up. I want the high fives. I want the cuddles. That's what they want. So give it to them. Okay? Give it to them. And when you give it to them, then they'll start, give it to them for the positive things. Okay? I say give it to them for the positive things, not for the negative things. If they're kicking you, they don't get a cuddle. Okay? But if they stop kicking you and they've listened, oh, well done, you stopped kicking, you've stopped, well done, and what you're focusing on is stopping, not the kicking, you're focusing on stopping, you stopped, well done, now you get a cuddle. So what you're focusing on is what you want. So if you want them to stop, high five, you stopped. Okay, because that is the first thing. That's the first stage, is stopping. Okay, so what you focus on becomes your reality. So focus on the things that you want, the positive behaviors. Do not give a child, when they cry and cry and cry, and then you give them a cuddle. Well, they know crying is how I get a cuddle. But if you focus on the stop crying, and when they've stopped, oh, you've stopped, now you get a cuddle. I mean, it sounds really simple, but it works, because what it is that they're doing is then they get the reward. So if they're crying, crying means cuddle. If they're stopping, stopping means cuddle. And you're changing that mentality. Now, that's really important. The second thing is you never negotiate. Okay, this is not a negotiation. A child, you are the adult, they are the child. Don't negotiate with them. Oh, would you like to have this? No. Okay. Would you like this, or would you like this, or would you like? Okay, you can give them a choice if that's what you choose. Okay, you choose that they're allowed to have a choice. But if it's like, if you want them to eat their carrots, then here you go, eat your carrots. You don't say, would you like to eat some carrots, if you want them to eat the carrots. No, they don't get a choice. There is no negotiation, because they'll go, no, and no. Then they're in control. I have seen so many parents being controlled by their deaf children. They are controlled. And the children are controlling them because you're negotiating. And sometimes you're negotiating because you feel sorry, you feel guilty, you feel bad, you don't understand them, you want them to smile, you want them to be happy. That's great. But in the long term, they have to learn that they're not the boss. You are. You are the boss, you are the adult, you are in control, you make the decisions. Okay, and it's really important. So if the carrot, you go, here you go, here's your carrot. They don't eat it. Oh, if you want to cuddle, if you want a high five, you have to eat it. And if they take one bite, yay! If they take two, oh my gosh, can you do any more? More? Three? Oh my gosh! You know, and encourage that carrots. Wow, if you get all your carrots, then you get your, you know, whatever, their ice cream or pudding or whatever you want to give them, their book to read, their TV, whatever. But they have to do what they're told. And even if it's a little bit, you want them to eat carrot and you know they're not going to eat the carrot. They're not going to. If they try and have just one little bit and you reward that and you give them praise, they will feel, hang on, I can do this, and you win. Okay, and all you need is just to put them in their mouth and you've won. Okay, because they've submitted to what you want, because you're the adult and you're in control. They don't get to choose what they're going to eat. Okay, you decide what your child's going to eat. Oh, they don't like this, they don't like that. No, they don't get a choice. If you want them to eat it, then they have to eat it. Okay? Sounds okay. And you have to be stubborn. You have to be more stubborn. Okay? And it might take, you know, whatever it is. You can't have the TV until you've eaten it. Now, if they don't eat it, they don't do it, they don't get it. You have to be consistent. No, you didn't eat it, and you have to sit it out. No, the TV is off until you eat your carrots. And even if they take one bite, well done, there you get the TV. And then tomorrow, 2 bites, well done, then you get the TV. Then 3 bites, well done, then you get the TV. Okay? But if they don't try it, they don't get it. And you have to be clear, and you have to put boundaries, and you have to make the rules, and you have to stick to them. Because it's not about negotiation. If you say 2 bites and they say 1, you go, nope, 2. Okay, no TV. It's not about negotiation, because they are not the boss, you are. And a child really can't learn the real art of negotiation until they're about 4-year-old language, when they not understand the word if. If you do this, then this will happen. They don't understand that when they're young. Okay? And it's about control. You control, not them. Okay, I hope that's a little bit clear. The other thing is, eye contact. We talked about eye contact. If they don't look, then like, well, I'm not going to look at you. I'm not looking. What is it that they want? They want chocolate? I quite often carry the chocolate to my eyes. What is it that they want? They want the ball. Oh, here's the ball. Ball, look at me. You want the ball. And then they have to, whatever it is that they want, use it and put it close to your face. Okay, so therefore they're looking at this, but they can't help but see you. Okay, I quite often do that. That's a way of getting the eye contact. And then praising, well done, you're looking, and making sure you keep praising the looking and you're listening. Now you need to eat your carrots. That's, well, you want the ball, let's eat your carrots. That kind of thing, and be consistent. Don't give up. Don't give up. And if they just try and submit a little bit, then give them the ball and then build it up over time. Another thing that has worked, so that, I mean, you don't need things. Is you can, if they're older, you can actually use behavior charts, like stickers. Do you want a sticker? Stickers are great if you've got them, if you have stickers, or points. I worked with a mum, and she used to give points because the children were a bit older. They're 6 and 7, so they can count, and they were good with maths. Or if you eat your carrot, you get 5 points. You got 5 points. 5 yesterday, 5 today. How many altogether? So it's actually developing their math skills. And when they get so many points, then they get a reward. Okay, and it might be to go to the park when they get 50 points. Or if they get so many stickers on a sticker chart, they get so many, then they get a reward. So give them something to aim for that they like. Would you like to go to the park? And remind them, you want to go to the park? Well, you need to eat your carrots and get a sticker or get 5 points. That sort of thing. And you don't even need to. If you don't have stickers, just points. You can use it in your head to help counting. That's something for a bit older children. For younger children, you just use the thing that they sort of want, because they just want now. They can't think of the future. They don't know about tomorrow. They don't know what tomorrow is. They don't know what yesterday is. They just know now, and you've got the thing that they want. The toy, maybe the toy bear. You want the bear, you want to cuddle the bear, then do what I want you to do and I'll give you the bear. They need now. But if you've got older children, you can give some sort of reward to aim for, and generally keep it not a week. A week's long enough to wait. Okay, to wait more than a week is just too long. Basically, they'll just give up. But if you give a week, like, you might get something special on the weekend. And it's up to you. You can choose whatever you want. If a week's too long, just do it at the end of the day or every 2 days. It's up to you. You have to create a system that works for you and your child, and you have to focus on what your child likes and what they want, and then you have to manipulate that to get what you want them to do, because you are the boss. You are in control. You put the boundaries in place. You make the rules, and they have to follow. Okay, you can, if you want, you can allow them to choose what they want to do, but at the end of the day, you decide yes or no. And they might say, I want to go to on holiday, and you're like, well, no, we're not going on holiday. You're not going to get a new bike. You're not going to get whatever they want. Unrealistic, but you can have you can go to the park, or you can have your friends come over, or whatever. You decide. You can allow them to think that they're choosing and they're deciding, but at the end of the day, you are deciding, not them. You are giving them options and allowing them to feel like they're in control, but they're not. But allow them to feel like they're deciding, but at the end of the day, you're the boss. You're deciding. Now, I hope that's a little bit helpful. Some of the tips I'm saying, you notice I'm doing positive. I don't really use time out, but that is only in extreme cases. If they keep refusing, you've got the ball here, you've got this, they're not eating their carrots, they've thrown it all over the place, they've done a big mess because they've just thrown their carrot food at you. You just go, no. And that's it. You don't need to get no. no. And you use your face, no. And they'll generally look at you and go, ooh,